Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Danielle of Mrs. Boy Mom Plans, and if you usually watch my videos, you're going to notice that this is something completely different. For those of you that are new to my channel, I normally stick to planner related videos more than anything else, but today I thought I would branch out a little bit and do a clean with me. So what you're seeing right now is my kitchen. This is just what it looked like after dinner. My husband made some homemade chicken nuggets. My older son made a mess all over the kitchen trying to make a second plate for himself. So there's just dishes everywhere, crumbs everywhere. So I decided to come in late at night and just do a quick cleanup of the kitchen. So I'm going to talk to you here and there, let you know what I'm doing, but for the most part, I'm just going to play some music for you to listen to and just watch me clean. So to start with, I decided to do the dishes. I always start the kitchen by doing the dishes. Doing that helps to clean off the counters and just makes cleaning up afterwards so much easier. So I'm just loading the dishwasher right now, and then you'll see me struggling with the drain a little bit because one of the kids decided to dump food on the side of the drain that does not have the garbage disposal. So once I got all of the dishes out of the sink, I tried to clear out all the food that was sitting on the wrong side. I ended up having to pull out a spoon to kind of scoop the food out, and that way I could rinse it all down into the garbage disposal, and then I just cleaned my sink out so that it would be nice and clean for washing the next round of dishes. So I just used some of my dish soap, which was the Mrs. Meyer's dish soap, to clean out the sink, and then I put all the big items that I had a couple of like casserole dishes and pots and pans that just didn't fit in the dishwasher. I put all of those in the sink and filled it up with soapy water to just let it soak while I started working on the counters. So I'm just using some Mrs. Meyer's cleaner to clean the counters real well. And I'm also using a like reusable cleaning cloth. I got this one at Target. I'm not too fond of it. So if you use, some of the microfiber cleaning cloths and things like that, if there's any that you recommend, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. While I was cleaning the counter, I realized that one of the children must have spilled something and it went completely underneath the microwave. So I had to unplug the microwave and move it out of the way so that I could clean everything underneath it. And this is a newer microwave. A couple months ago, we started to warm something up and it just started sparking and almost caught on fire, almost as if there was something metal in it, but we didn't have anything metal in the microwave. So I threw it out and bought a new one. And I am not too fond of this new one. There's no time buttons. Everything's on a knob and it's all by, I think, 10-second increments. So you can't set it for like 45 seconds. You have to set it for 50 and then turn it off at 5. So after cleaning the counters, I went back to finish hand washing all of the bigger items and then immediately dried them and put them away. When I'm cleaning the kitchen and I have dishes that I'm hand washing, I don't like to leave them sitting out on the counter to dry. I want the counters to be completely cleared off so that I feel like it's a completely finished job and that I don't have to come back later and do anything else. So Once I've finished washing all of the dirty dishes, I washed my sink out once again. And then I pulled out some of the storage containers that I had purchased. I purchased these on Amazon specifically to organize my pantry with, and now I'm just opening the box, taking everything out of the package because I wanted to make sure that I clean these before I put any food in it. So I just spend quite a bit of time cleaning and drying all of these. So once I was done washing the containers, I actually left them there for a little while to dry while I finished cleaning the kitchen. So I just went to the table, cleared the table off, and wiped it down, and then I started cleaning the floors. Every once in a while, I will move the table completely out of the way. Most of the time, I will just kind of sweep underneath it. I'll move the chairs out, sweep underneath it, but sometimes, probably once or twice a week, I'll pull the table completely out of the way so that I can really get in there and clean everything. So I just spent a little bit of time just sweeping everything up. We do have a vacuum cleaner that works on your linoleum floors, but I really just don't think it's as effective as the broom. So I tend to use the broom more than anything else. And then I just pulled out, I believe it's a Swiffer mop. That's what I use with like my daily cleaning, and then every once in a while we'll pull out our regular mop to really scrub the floors a little bit more. Now that my floors are completely done, I'm giving you a look at what the pantry looked like before I organized it. It was just a mess. Food was just kind of thrown everywhere. The kids, they just kind of rummage through, find whatever they want, and then they just throw it right back in there. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So I just started by completely emptying out the pantry, getting rid of stuff that was expired, setting aside stuff that I knew we weren't going to use anymore, and things like that. So I really wanted to get as much of a clean slate as I could. So once I had everything pulled out of the pantry, I decided to start by taking the containers and packaging up the things that I knew I wanted to put in the containers. So like my spaghetti noodles, some of our dry goods like rice. I just really wanted to get all the containers filled and then see what was left. So once I had all the containers filled, I went ahead and pulled out the two like rectangular plastic bins along with a bin that I had already had in the pantry. I put all of my seasoning packets, my rice, my gravy packets and stuff like that in one. The other one will have my son's applesauce in it, but he doesn't have any applesauce right now, so I just left it blank. And then in the container that I had already had, you'll see that it's labeled chips, but it has not had chips in it in a while. I actually put my husband's ramen noodles and stuff like that in that container. It's that way all of his stuff would be together. Once I had everything packaged together in the containers and the drawers and everything like that, I started making the labels. These labels came with the container package, and it comes with like a little chalk marker type thing. So I just started putting everything in the pantry. I rearranged things a little bit at a time. I would put something here, then I would move it and put it somewhere else. But I spent quite a bit of time just reorganizing everything. Okay, so my late night cleaning of the kitchen is officially done. I spent way more time in here than I had originally planned on, but everything is now clean and the pantry is finished. So for the final look at the pantry. Now this is not completely done yet. There are a few more things I want to do, but basically at the top I put some of the stuff that we use the least. Our cereal is up here. I'll eventually get some larger tubs for the cereal. This is a coffee that we really only use when we run out of our other coffee. We had a whole bunch of peanut butter, so I put all of that in the back, and just stuff that we had, you know, leftovers, like we had extra sugar and stuff, that's all up there in the back behind everything else. And I didn't really have anywhere else to put this stuff, so I just put my breadcrumbs and my onion packets up here. And then on this shelf I tried to pretty much group everything together. So this is all of our pasta stuff, our spaghetti noodles, lasagna noodles, all of my husband's ramen, his stir fry noodles, and then I have all of our seasoning packets and our gravy packets, our gumbo base. This is when we cheat. Normally my husband will make his own roux, but sometimes he doesn't feel like it, so he uses the gumbo base. This will eventually have my son's applesauce pouches in it. He does not have any right now, so I just left it empty. We've got macaroni and cheese for the kids, a couple of dirty rice boxes, some breading stuff, another macaroni and cheese. And then on this shelf, this is pretty much all my baking stuff, my sugar, brown sugar, my chocolate chips. Then I put my canned items here. I'll be honest, we are not a vegetable family, so we don't really have a whole lot of canned items. Most of the vegetables that I do eat, I will actually buy them frozen and then cook them that way. And this is mostly drinks like hot cocoa, tea. I don't even remember now what I put in the back. These little drink flavor packets. Then we got Caden's oatmeal here and some cocoa. This is Hershey's cocoa. I put that back here so that my son doesn't accidentally make his hot chocolate with that. And then on the bottom I have all of the kids' snacks, their popcorn, syrups, and chicken broth. And then this is all of our other items, like our Ziploc bags, aluminum foil, napkins, our gloves, stuff like that. And then on the bottom the kids have this big old container of cheese balls, and then I put our cooking oils here, and then the baby's tray for his seat. I keep it in here because for the most part we don't use this tray. We sit at the table and he just kind of eats off the table. But occasionally we will just decide to eat dinner in front of the TV and watch a movie together, so we'll pull out the tray for that. And then we have our rice pot and toaster down here, and then on the bottom it's our trash bags, this big cup that my husband just refuses to get rid of and only uses it like twice a year, and my KitchenAid mixer. So that's pretty much it. I will be adding some stuff at some point, some more containers. Probably try to find a different place for some of our appliances, like the toaster and stuff like that, so that I can utilize more of the pantry space for actual food. So that is it. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure that you like this video and also subscribe to my channel. I do plan on posting more content along these lines in the near future. Thanks again and have a good night. Bye.